right, what's next?
All right. In second grade, I caused my school to be fined $600.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I was an introvert, quiet,
I know
known
this
for
is
being the
going.
well-behaved kids. I was in an after-school program, and one day when I was wandering about on my own, I came across this small red box on the wall that said, "Press here, fire."
It's already funny.
I get you, dog.
Yeah.
I get you. My intrusive thoughts never went there, but I can already tell where this is going. I already knew I wasn't allowed to touch it because we've all been given stern instructions earlier that month not to touch it. But somehow I was still managed to convince myself that clearly I'm supposed to press it because that's what it says.
Bro discovered he had free will.
Bro, you don't know how many times this has gone through my mind. I think you know where this is going. Alarm went off, chaos erupted. I realized my mistake. Teachers were running and children were crying. I quickly stepped away from the wall and I put on a fake, confused face. The fire brigade showed up. A teacher even asked me to stop if I saw who did it, never thinking it could be a quiet, innocent, good kid. Like me. Another kid got in trouble for doing it. Okay.
That kid just started his villain arc.
Okay. And the school tried to charge his parents the $600 fine of the fire trucks being called out on a false alarm.
Yo, that's evil.
In the end, they had to drop the fine because the other kids kept denying he did it. Because of the possibility of my parents getting fined and getting me in trouble, I never told anyone. I'm 32 now and still scared to tell them.
Nah,
LOL.
You should. Yeah, I agree with the top comment. Yeah, I think now is the perfect time
Now
to
is the
tell your
perfect
parents
time.
about it.
There is some shit that we get up to as a kids that feels like the end of the world at that particular
I mean,
moment.
that's not great.
Huh?
I mean, that's not great.
This is not great.
I mean, second grade, how old are you? Like 8, 9 years
yeah,
old?
I mean, if you're nuts,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't put those buttons in view of kids.
True.
But
I always get
as
it. Yeah, the
someone
intrusive thoughts.
as someone who has had those intrusive thoughts, you lived the dream. You
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
in some ways,
I think every kid wishes they were this kid.
I'm actually jealous of you. How did it feel pressing that button? How did it feel? Because I know in the UK we have those those thin glasses. But
Yeah, we have that too.
The thin glasses that I just always wanted to know.
No, you know what else for me? You know, when you ride a bus, you know they have the hammers.
Oh
break.
my
I
god.
always look at that hammer like, oh, I would pop this
Yeah,
glass.
how does the resistance feel when
Yeah,
you like
I bet it feels
hit
so
it?
good. I just want
Yeah.
to know how it feels.
Just like, what does it feel in your hand when you do it?
Because they have like the hand grips on them
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Oh, it looks
yeah.
so nice.
So
This
tempting.
person has lived my dream of knowing what it feels like to just
Damn.
do something that clearly, you're clearly told
Yeah.
not to do.
Bro's gonna grow up to be a leader, not a follower. It's like, not my
I mean,
watch,
it's
baby.
just,
Yeah.
it's just funny. No forgiveness needed.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
I feel like
Boys will be boys. Boys.
And like this has happened fucking so much more often than people
Yeah.
think as well. I'm sure every school has had this happen at least
I
once.
thought that it was the alarm didn't immediately call the police. Maybe this is an American thing because I'm pretty sure in the UK ours just had an alarm go off, and then I think someone
I'm
had to call.
pretty sure they call the fire.
Like directly, like when you press it right away.
I'm going to assume so. 'Cause-
In America, it does. In my school at least, it did not do that. 'Cause
I don't
people
know.
kept fucking pressing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's your school problem.
Yeah.
My school never.
Well, I mean, I just don't know if we had that tech in the Welsh school back then. That it would call the fire.
It wasn't even electric. It was a button, and there's just the dude in the back, just ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. We had the town sky.
The guy gets up on the top tower. It's like fire.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they would have to then call the fire
Yeah.
to come over after the alarm went.
Yeah. See, I'm so jealous that this never happened when I was in school.
Yeah.
But every time it was always like as well. I don't know why. Like it was always just so tantalizing because it was like the brightest object in the
That's
hallway.
so cool.
Yeah.
looking.
You know, and it's just like it's like a waypoint. You just
Yeah.
want to like go near it.
Like
But-
even as an adult, there have been times when I've just been like dozing off, daydreaming, and I've been on the tube, and the tube, for some reason, when something is even more protected, my mind goes, that just means you should do it more, right? Because the tube has this like in the London Tube, they have this big casing around the like stop. I can't remember. Is it
The emergency stop.
the emergency stop? They have this big casing that you literally have to pull up, and and it's either another press or another pull down. I don't remember, but I always remember the big casing that you had to pull up, and I've caught myself subconsciously actually like opening it. I like almost opening it just out of like intrusive thoughts. And I've like immediately like put it back.
Shitting on the floor, fucking playing with this. What are you doing, buddy? Are you good?
Why are you like teasing yourself?
I don't know. My intrusive thoughts, man.
Oh my god.
But it's so it's not that. It's there is it's on every like tube station.
Right.
And I think it might be a big red button, but there's also always a plastic casing that you need to like flip up.
I've also had this as well for when you're on a flight and like right underneath your seat there's like that tab to pull open the life vest.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I wonder what that feels like.
Don't pull that.
It always like tickles the back of my foot. I'm just like, it feels so good to just
God.
yank that shit.
All right, so here's the real question: who do you think should be charged the $600 fine for this?
No one.
I mean, no one.
Is this something the taxpayers do?
Victimless crime.
It's an honest.
Is this something us
mistake.
as the taxpayers do? Do we have to pay for other children's intrusive thoughts?
We need those services there, and that's the risk that we run.
I mean, look, the taxpayers are already paying for bullshit every day. Like, this is just another one.
Yeah, I'm way more concerned with the other ways that my money's being spent.
Yeah, exactly.
$600 fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
All
fine.
right. Alternative
What now,
solution.
What now?
What if we had a system where kids actually have a permanent record of stupid shit that they did as a kid?
That's bad.
But it gets taxed when they reach adult age.
Dude, everyone will be broke.
Because
no matter how innocent of a childhood people claim to have, everyone's done some dumb
this reminds
shit.
me, there was like a post on Mildly Infuriating where this guy was complaining that he's like, wow, look, my kid broke another one of my TVs. And all the comments are roasting him. They're like, why did you put the second TV in the exact same spot with nothing changed? And you're like, why are you surprised that your kid ruined the TV?
Also, Gon, I think you just described like a George Orwell novel. It's like a post-apocalyptic, like, this is how the government fucking takes our money by monitoring us as children.
No, because I always thought, did you guys have permanent records in school?
No.
What do you mean?
Like,
did you go to prison?
Huh?
Did you go to prison?
No, did you guys not have this like mythical thing that was like a permanent record? Which wasn't actually a permanent record, but it was just like, ooh, if you do something super bad, it's going on your permanent record.
No, that's just some bullshit the teachers say to scare the kids.
Yeah, I realize that now, but it was this like mythical thing for me as a kid where I was just like, shit. Like,
dude, even me as a kid was like, "Sir, you're capping." I was like,
"Sir, you are capping."
Sir, you're capping. That doesn't exist.
Like, I remember thinking like, "Oh, what if are my permanent records do they go on your fucking resume or some shit like that? What the fuck is this?" And then I realized, oh, this is just some bullshit they told the kids. There's a real permanent record out there, and.
Yeah, there's one as an adult.
Yeah, it's called being on the police record.
Yeah,
that's the real permanent record.
Maybe that's what it was. It was like the teachers, after they would graduate, they would send it off to the police and being like, keep this shit on file. And then, the first time you actually get a police record, the police can be like, see you shit yourself on 8th grade.
That's an embarrassment. So, I would rather just take my crime.
You pulled the fire alarm when you were 6 years old.
And you still owe this $600 from all
that would be fine.
Oh, I see that you pissed on the street corner when you were drunk.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I would be 100% broke. Just saying.
Next up, we have a confession. I intentionally sent a bikini picture to my old boss and pretended it was an accident.
Okay.
I have a confession to make that's been weighing on me. About a year back, I intentionally sent a bikini picture to my old married boss, but I pretended it was an accident. I cringe every time I think about it. I had this idea that if he saw the picture, he might take an interest in me outside of work. But because I was too afraid to approach him directly, I pretended it. Oh my God. I pretended I sent it. I pretended I tried to send it to a friends with benefits and sent it to him instead. He never said anything about it, but I did feel like he looked at me differently after. Am I a bad person? Has anyone ever done something like this? How did you deal with the aftermath?
I like how she ended it with, has anyone else done something like this?
Is it just me?
Am I a bad person?
So you
Well,
basically faked sending a sexy picture of yourself to a married taken boss because you were interested in them.
What were you hoping for?
Yeah, that he was gonna like bust down the door and be like, "Take me now!" Like it's like, nah, it's whatever.
There is no parts of the story that
Makes you look
makes you look good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this.
I mean, dudes send dick pics too. I think that's a lot worse if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I wonder how differently this would be if this was just like a guy sending a dick pic to to a female coworker. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it'd be like sexual harassment if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
And then,
right?
I mean, this certainly is sexual harassment, but I feel like it gets waved away because
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the boss was just like,
That's literally the comment of FYI, the sexual harassment. Yes.
yeah,
messing with a married man is kind of
just like don't
low.
even cross that path, man.
Yeah.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
May I introduce you to someone at the Cheesecake Factory, though? I feel like you might
They would
have
hit
more
it off.
chance.
Yes.
I feel like you might have more chance finding your soulmate at the Cheesecake
True.
Factory. Married men
Yeah.
in your office, you are playing with fire.
the dogs at the Cheesecake Factory. Woof, woof.
Don't trust the servers at the Cheesecake Factory.
Or become the server
Or
yourself.
become the server yourself. That is
Shall
a dream
we,
job.
do one last confession?
Go for it.
Okay.
This one's. I pretended I was deaf so I didn't have to talk to the candy seller. This is like a Junji Ito story. I know ASL, would like to point that out. I was walking into a store and saw a teen going around the parking lot selling candy. I really didn't want to engage with him, so I just kept walking. They approached me and started talking, so I paused immediately and began signing that I was deaf. I thought that if I indicated I couldn't hear, they would leave me alone. Didn't work. They kept pushing me and asking if I was interested, but again, I kept signing and indicated I couldn't hear them. Eventually, they gave up and walked away. Still don't feel good about it.
I mean, okay.
It's
Not
fine.
exactly the best thing to do,
I
but
think
is
it's-
this
yeah.
any different to pretending, any bilinguals out here, pretending you don't understand English and just
Oh, bro.
replying?
I have done this
And
so many times.
I cannot pretend to not understand English. Look
Yeah.
at me. I'm the most British specimen.
unfortunately, Connor can't get away with it.
Yeah.
But
I can 100% get away with it in Japan.
Yes.
And I have many times.
Yes.
Every time,
I don't
like,
think it's that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
If you know
Yeah.
sign language, I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
this is basically just being bilingual, except your second language is just sign language, in my
it
opinion.
reminds me of that. It reminds me of that Vine of the guy who did like the same thing to the Jehovah's Witness person. Have you seen that one?
No.
Where it's like the woman comes up is like she's like Jehovah's Witness and the guy's just like, you know, starts doing like fake stuff and she's like, oh, you're deaf, and he's like, oh, okay, well, you have a good day, and he's like, okay, you too. It's like, motherfucker. So yeah, this has happened so many times. Again, I've done it like whenever there's like a fucking random like, you know, salesperson or someone who's trying to like pitch me shit who comes to my door. I'm just like, oh,
Please.
sorry, I don't understand
I just
Japanese, and
simply
they just go
don't.
away.
I just
Yeah.
simply ignore them. I don't. interact.
Or
Yeah.
just, you know, just ignore them as well. You could also do that.
Just ignore. You know.
At least you know ASL. That's a plus.
That's
I'm not-
impressive.
Yeah.
Not a dick.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, your biggest problem was that they didn't know ASL.
It would have been so funny if they knew ASL.
It's like, oh, word? It's like, shit.